Made an example of. Yes, they'll go in front of the Inquisitor himself, Christopher Dodd, who joined in the chorus of Goldman haters on Meet the Press yesterday. Let's watch.
Here we are 17 months after someone broke into our house, in effect, and robbed us,
yes.
And we still haven't even changed the locks on the doors.
And these off-balance sheet, non-transparent vehicles with what people call implicit guarantees invite these kinds of problems.
We've got to end once and for all the casino atmosphere of Wall Street, where they're gambling basically on synthetic ideas and so forth, and with somebody else's money.
Stop gambling on what do you say? Synthetics. So in other words, synthetics, what they did is they bundled all of our mortgages together, and then they put them up on an exchange and bet on them. Yeah, that's bad. But the mortgages did exist, right? That they bundled up, those mortgages existed. They just shouldn't have bet on them. You remember that. You don't want to bundle things up, especially if they're synthetic, and then have people bet on them on an exchange. Boy, Chris, you're right. We better change those locks. But the first thing we should do is we should make sure that the people we're calling, like you, that are going to change the locks, aren't the ones who were somehow also involved in the robbery in the first place. Because if we call the locksmith, you, and say, hey, we were just robbed. Oh, that's a tragedy. I'm going to make sure those locks are changed. It doesn't really help us because you'll still let the bad guys in. Oh, you might chew the bad guys out, like you will tomorrow with Goldman Sachs. But let me ask you this. If Goldman is the root of all evil, remember, these are the guys, after all these months, our country almost collapsed. And these are the guys. We're finally seeing Goldman Sachs. If Goldman Sachs really are the bad guys, can I ask you a question? Why is it, most people still work in the